Hey, 49ers fans, we are diving right into all the latest news surrounding our team as we gear up for what promises to be an electrifying matchup. There's so much to unpack heading into this weekend, and the excitement around San Francisco is at an all-time high. Let's start with one of the biggest storylines: injuries to some of our key players and how that could shape the team's performance. Trent Williams, the legendary left tackle who has carried this team through countless seasons with dominance and consistency, is currently listed as questionable. The hamstring injury he suffered in the opening play against the Chicago Bears has kept fans holding their breath, and understandably so. Williams, despite being 37, has maintained elite-level play, showing the kind of skill and resilience that makes him one of the best to ever play his position. On that interception returned by T.J. Edwards, you could see the effort, the heart, and the pain all at once. Even after the play, removing his helmet and the tape from his wrists, it was clear he wasn't ready to step back onto the field. This is not uncommon with veteran players dealing with soft tissue injuries, especially in such a critical role like left tackle, where mobility and strength are absolutely essential. Despite this, there's a bit of optimism. Trent has made solid progress through the week, and while he might not suit up, the door isn't completely closed, which is encouraging for the team as they navigate this short turnaround before Saturday night's clash with Seattle. If Williams cannot play, Austin Pleasance will step in to protect the blind side of Brock Purdy. Pleasance has proven himself in recent games, particularly against Chicago, where the 49ers' offense exploded for over 400 yards in the air and more than 100 on the ground. While the Bears' defense struggled, Seattle presents a far stiffer challenge. The Seahawks' defensive front is sharp, disciplined, and will undoubtedly test Pleasance in ways he hasn't experienced yet at this level. Every snap will require precision and focus, and the team's success will hinge on how well he can hold up under pressure. Even with Williams absent, the 49ers have depth, but the significance of his potential absence cannot be overstated. Williams' ability to dominate both in pass protection and run blocking makes him a cornerstone of the offensive line, and his absence would leave a noticeable gap for the team to overcome. Looking at the numbers, Trent's season has been phenomenal. A PFF grade of 91.5 overall, with a pass blocking grade near 80 and a run blocking grade over 92, positions him as one of the top tackles in the league. Even at 37, he continues to perform at an all-time great level, demonstrating why he has been a consistent force for this franchise. He may have missed some games due to injury over the years, but when on the field, he is dominant, pancaking defenders, creating lanes, and giving the offense a foundation that few others can replicate. His leadership both on and off the field cannot be understated. From guiding younger players to setting the tone in the locker room, Trent Williams embodies what it means to be a captain and a true football professional. The team feels his presence even before kickoff, and his influence shapes not just the game plan, but the mentality of every teammate around him. George Kittle, another pivotal piece, is also listed as questionable, but the situation is different. While Williams' availability remains uncertain, Kittle is expected to play. His presence on the field changes the entire dynamic of the 49ers' offense. As a tight end, Kittle is unmatched in his ability to catch, block, and gain yards after the catch. His contributions in the run game as a blocker, combined with his route running and athleticism in the passing game, make him irreplaceable. Over the last 6 games before his injury, Kittle was on an absolute tear, racking up 40 receptions for 199 yards and 5 touchdowns. His combination with Kyle Juszczyk, used creatively by Kyle Shanahan as a primary blocker, provides another layer of complexity that defenses must account for. Losing both Williams and Kittle in the same game would put a significant strain on the offense, particularly against the top-tier Seahawks defense. The 49ers' other players, including Ricky Pears and Jake Tonjes, have stepped up admirably. Pears showed resilience against Chicago, performing at a high level despite battling injuries. Tonjes has emerged as a reliable backup, proving that the team's developmental pipeline is strong and ready to fill in gaps when needed. This depth has been essential as the 49ers have navigated a season full of challenges, injuries, and moments where young players needed to step into critical roles without hesitation. The coaching staff, led by Kyle Shanahan, has done an excellent job balancing the roster and adjusting strategies to ensure the team remains competitive in every situation. Shanahan's approach to the Seattle game shows a playoff mindset. He recognizes the importance of the matchup, not just for seeding, but for momentum, player rest, and the mental edge that comes from securing home field advantage. Winning here secures a first-round bye, allows key players to rest, and positions the team for a deep playoff run. Shanahan's comments reflect a thoughtful understanding of both the present game and the long-term objectives of the season, highlighting why the 49ers have maintained their position at the top of the NFC despite numerous obstacles. The Niners season has been a roller coaster of excitement, showcasing a team that has overcome injuries to star players like Nick Bosa and Fred Warner, while still maintaining elite performance. Young players have been integrated seamlessly, and the defense, though inconsistent at times, has made big plays when needed. The opportunity to potentially win 13 games, secure the number 1 seed, and host the first round of the playoffs at home is a testament to the team's resilience, talent, and preparation. Santa Clara is buzzing with anticipation, as fans understand that this matchup against the Seahawks is not just another game. It's a defining moment in the season. Every play, every snap, and every decision on the field carries weight, and the intensity feels like a true playoff atmosphere. The rivalry with Seattle has evolved over the years. The Seahawks once dominated the Niners during the Legion of Boom era and under Pete Carroll, but the tides have shifted. San Francisco has won 7 of the last 8 meetings, asserting dominance and creating a new chapter in this storied rivalry. That history only amplifies the stakes and the excitement. While the record may favor the 49ers, the game's intensity, history, and regional pride ensure that this matchup remains one of the most anticipated in all of sports. The players, coaches, and fans all feel it. The energy, the pressure, and the potential for greatness all converge in this game. Every season has its story, but this one, with its mix of veteran leadership, emerging talent, and high stakes, is shaping up to be unforgettable for the faithful of San Francisco. As we turn our attention to the tactical side of this matchup, it's impossible not to highlight the chess match that is unfolding between the coaching staffs. Kyle Shanahan's offensive schemes are some of the most dynamic in the league, blending creativity with precision. The way he adapts to injuries, personnel changes, and defensive looks week after week is nothing short of masterful. Against Seattle, every decision will be magnified. With the Seahawks defense being far more disciplined and opportunistic than Chicago, Shanahan will need to rely on both his playbook and the instincts of his players to exploit gaps, create mismatches, and maintain offensive rhythm. This is where the preparation during the week, film study, and in-practice adjustments become critical. Players like Brock Purdy, despite being relatively young, have demonstrated remarkable poise under pressure. His ability to process the defense, make quick reads, and deliver accurate throws will be essential, especially if the Niners are navigating a game without Trent Williams or with Kittle limited. Brock's connection with his receivers has been one of the most consistent aspects of the season. The timing, trust, and chemistry he shares with his targets allow the offense to function smoothly even under adverse conditions. Whether it's deep shots down the sideline or quick passes over the middle, his command of the offense continues to grow, and the added responsibility of protecting the football while navigating a challenging Seattle front is one he seems ready to embrace. The offensive line, led by whichever personnel takes the field, will play a monumental role in providing him the time he needs to make plays. The pressure from the Seahawks front seven, combined with a secondary that thrives on turnovers, means that every snap will be critical. Mistakes are magnified, and every successful play will require precision, focus, and flawless execution. Running the ball effectively will be just as important as the passing game. San Francisco has shown a balanced defensive approach throughout the season, with the run game providing both consistency and momentum. The combination of a strong rushing attack with a versatile tight end like Kittle adds layers of complexity that make the 49ers' offense difficult to defend. In particular, Kittle's presence as a blocker cannot be overstated. His ability to seal edges, create lanes, and even chip on blitzes gives running backs the openings they need and provides extra security for the quarterback. Kyle Shanahan's use of creative motion, play action, and varied formations forces defenses to hesitate, often creating just enough time and space for a big play to develop. The strategic nuance in these decisions exemplifies why Shanahan has been regarded as one of the most innovative offensive minds in the league. Defense will also be under the microscope in this matchup. The Seahawks offense is aggressive, fast, and capable of taking advantage of any lapse in coverage or misstep in the pass rush. The 49ers defensive unit, while talented, has faced challenges with consistency due to injuries and rotations throughout the year. Young players have stepped up admirably, but experience matters in high-pressure situations, especially against a team like Seattle that can strike quickly. Every tackle, blitz, and coverage adjustment will be pivotal. Leadership from veterans on defense will be tested, and the team's ability to adapt on the fly could very well determine the outcome of the game. Fred Warner, when healthy, anchors the defense with intelligence, speed, and tackling ability, making him a key factor in shutting down big plays. If he's limited or forced to manage injuries, that could shift the defensive game plan and place additional pressure on less experienced teammates to make critical stops. Weather could also play a significant role. Rain in Santa Clara might make the game even more challenging for both offenses. Ball security becomes paramount. Footing is tricky, and precision passing is more difficult. This scenario could limit big passing plays, putting an even higher premium on line play, running efficiency, and the ability to execute in tight spaces. Teams that adapt to these conditions quickly and maintain focus under adverse weather have historically held the advantage, and San Francisco will need to rely on discipline, preparation, and mental toughness to thrive. The coaching staff will need to adjust on the fly, and the players will need to execute flawlessly to avoid costly turnovers. Fans should also anticipate high energy from the sidelines. This is a team that thrives on intensity, and the enthusiasm from both players and supporters creates a palpable sense of urgency. Every snap feels consequential, every tackle resonates, and the collective focus of the team amplifies in moments like these. It is this intensity, coupled with strategic execution, that can define a season. The 49ers have already shown resilience in overcoming adversity, integrating young players, and competing at the highest level despite injuries. The chance to secure home field advantage, rest key players, and prepare for a potential deep playoff run provides both motivation and a tangible reward for all the effort invested throughout the season. But before we dive in, don't forget to subscribe to 49ers Zone and hit the like button on this video. Your support helps us keep bringing you the latest updates on the San Francisco 49ers. And don't forget to share your thoughts on the news in the comments below. Rumors are swirling in the NFL world that Sneed could be stepping into a monumental role with the San Francisco 49ers, potentially becoming the team's new #1 cornerback. Sources close to the organization suggest that the 49ers secondary is quietly transforming into one of the league's most elite units, and Sneed may be the key piece in this puzzle. Known for his remarkable agility, instinctive play recognition, and ability to lock down some of the game's most dangerous receivers, Sneed brings a level of confidence and versatility that the 49ers have been seeking. Inside the team, there's buzz that the coaching staff has been tailoring defensive schemes with Sneed in mind, anticipating how his skill set could elevate the entire secondary. Analysts speculate that pairing Sneed with the existing talent on the roster could create a formidable cornerback duo, capable of challenging the passing attacks of even the league's most potent offenses. Sources hint that the 49ers are banking on Sneed's ability not just as a man-to-man cover corner, but as a playmaker who can read quarterbacks and turn potential completions into turnovers. Sneed's arrival, if it materializes as insiders suggest, could also have ripple effects across the locker room. Younger defensive backs are reportedly excited about the prospect of learning from a corner of his caliber, and there's talk that the unit's overall communication and chemistry could reach new heights. Observers note that a secondary anchored by Sneed could allow the front seven to be more aggressive, knowing they have a shutdown corner capable of handling the toughest assignments. While nothing is confirmed, the speculation has already sparked conversations across social media and sports talk shows, with fans debating whether Sneed could be the final piece the 49ers need to push their defense into elite territory. If this rumor holds any weight, the NFL could be witnessing the rise of one of the most dynamic secondary units in recent memory, with L'Jarius Sneed leading the charge. The league, and especially NFC West rivals, might need to start preparing for a cornerback who could change the game in ways that extend far beyond his position. That's it for this update. If you enjoyed the video and want to keep receiving exclusive news about the San Francisco 49ers, make sure to subscribe to 49ers Zone and give this video a like. We always look forward to hearing your comments and opinions. See you in the next video.